This company, I love this company. They have the best, easiest product to work with. They also have what's called an Arm Plus, which is a piece kind of like the Game Ready that goes across the chest, okay? That is very important, especially if you have a woman who has swelling in her breast. That is so easy for her because that's hard to do. It's hard to treat somebody who has swelling in the breast. It's easy to do the arm. I can't put a sleeve on their boob, okay? Got to get it out of there. Got to get it out of there. All right, so take this, slide this on, and again, we would have a pillowcase on his arm to have a layer between him. All right, let's pull it. I'm gonna turn it a little bit. There we go. Sorry if I'm reaching around.
No, you're good.
All right, good. Now his hand's sticking out because he's got a long arm. All right, so pull it back down. There you go. Good. Now, see these different tubes? See the different compartments? There's 8 chambers. Each chamber is going to have a different amount of pressure. It's going to be greater at the hand, less at the top, because we want that gradient pushing the fluid in an upward direction. It's going to be 45 at his hand, and it's going to be about 2 or 3 millimeters of mercury less at each one. This particular device is phenomenal because you have the ability to adjust that pressure, okay? If somebody gets one of these in the mail, it will immediately ask what body part are we working on, and they will do it, and it will automatically set it to 45 millimeters of mercury, so all they have to do is hit start. And it's going to fill up. We're going to let that go. Now you see how this one's got a plug in this side? If you lose your plug, you're in trouble. You have to have the other side plugged. You have to have it plugged. If you're doing 2 legs, then you just put the other leg piece in here, but you have to keep up with your plug. And it's going to fill up, and it will tell you right here, it's on, okay? So now it's chamber 1, it's at 45 millimeters of mercury. Then it's going to go to chamber 2, you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
At 43 millimeters of mercury, and it's going to work its way up. Once it gets completely full, it will hold, and then he will feel it deflate. I tell the patients, when you feel it deflate, wiggle your fingers just a little bit, okay? Just to kind of get things going. They do have these Aero 6, which has the 6 chambers. You don't have as many bells and whistles with it. You can't really control it as well, okay? But it's still a good product. It just depends on their insurance coverage as to which product this company will send to them. Still good?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost there. Chamber 8 is at 32, okay? And it's going to hold there, and then you're going to feel it deflate. Feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Wiggle your fingers, and then you're going to feel it start again, okay? These have an hour timer on them that's adjustable, so if they only want to do 30 minutes, they can do 30 minutes. They turn it on, and all of a sudden they feel like they have to go pee, which is something you need to make sure your patients do before you start, because they're going to be stuck here for an hour. All they have to do is unplug it, go pee, and come right back. Okay? All right, so that's just kind of the standard protocol. If we wanted to adjust it, I'm gonna actually turn it off in the back. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we want to adjust this. We want to adjust the amount of pressure. So I'm gonna go right here to select and hold the button down. It's gonna give me therapy modes, usage data, reset to default, or begin treatment, okay? We're gonna go to therapy modes, where we can change the gradient mode, which is the amount per each one, the pressure mode, or we can go back to the main menu. So we're gonna go to pressure mode and hit select. Now, set pressure 1 through 8, okay? We're gonna do that. And you can literally change the amount of pressure at each chamber. So let's just say at chamber 3, he's got a pain, and we want to change chamber 3. I'm going to hit select, and I'm going to literally take it down as far as it'll go. 40 is as much as it'll let me go. Some of these devices that are really high tech, I could put it to 0, and it would skip that chamber. Okay? Let's take it back up to chamber 1. and we're going to change it, and it's going to change all of them. So if it's on 45 from the factory, let's bump it down to 35 and hit select, and it's going to change all of the pressures all the way up, okay? Because when you change the one at the bottom, which has got to be the greatest, it's going to change everything above that. So we just changed it to 35. Changed them all, and we're going to hit save and exit. Now we can change the cycle time, so if we want to change it from 60 to 30 minutes, we can. Or the cycle time is how long it takes for it to fill up, 60 seconds. We can change that. Or we can change the 60 minutes, which is the whole treatment time. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Oh, we can skip a chamber. It does have that in here. Okay, you can skip a chamber. It's off, but you can do it. And then back to main menu and begin treatment. Okay, and you tell me if it feels less pressure for you this time, because we turned it down. But y'all might have to know how to set the pressure, because somebody might come in here and change it, and then when you have your patient, you got to make sure it's got the right amount of pressure. That makes sense? Okay, so you might need to know how to do that on this device for your test. Questions? Okay, and then that device is about the same. It's very similar to this one. I don't know as much about that one as this one, so you can play around with it. All of these devices, you can Google their user's manuals. Okay, it's all online. Does it feel less pressure?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you tell the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's just some people that are sensitive, like if they've got, I had one lady that had a lot of discomfort, a lot of neuropathy in her legs, and so I would turn her pressure down from 45. I think we had her down to 30, but yet it was enough that it still helped move that swelling out of her legs. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna turn it off, unplug it to deflate it. There you go. All right.